Am I, 25 female, a side character in my boyfriend's, 26 male, rom-com arc with his girl best friend, 26 female? Okay, so I've been dating this guy for 6 months. Let's call him Mark. He's sweet, thoughtful, really gorgeous, and just green flags all around. No issues at all with boundaries, and then there's his best friend. Let's call her Claire. They've been besties since literally kindergarten, so over 20 years. Here's the thing. Claire is gorgeous. I swear, they look like one of those hot magazine couples when they're side by side. Like Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell in their RomCom movie, but platonic, apparently. They've never hooked up. Not once. Not even a tipsy college makeout. Everyone swears by this. Even Claire herself has been super kind to me and no shady vibes at all. They don't overstep. They don't hang out excessively. She doesn't compete with me for his time. But when they have been single at the same time, the jokes and the shipping start. I saw an IG post from a wedding they attended last year where they were each other's +1, and they looked insanely good together. The comments of friends and family were shipping them. People were saying, "Endgame," or "Just date already." Claire's sister commented, "Which part of the Love Rosie arc is this?" And I felt that. Now that I'm in the picture, everyone's been welcoming and respectful. But I sometimes get the feeling that I'm just a guest star in a rom-com. Like I walked into the middle of a love story that's been slow building for 20 seasons. Mark says that he sees Claire like a sister. Claire has never done anything to suggest otherwise. Am I being insecure? Is this just internalized rom-com brain rot? Or am I ignoring a giant neon sign that says, "Their endgame and you're a plot device"? TLDR. My boyfriend's girl best friend is amazing, kind, and not inappropriate at all. But they have insane chemistry and history, and I feel like I might be the side character in their love story. Help! Comment 1. Mark and Claire have had over 20 years to make something happen. Clearly, no one would stand in their way if they wanted to. They don't. Maybe it's worth having a conversation with Mark about doing more to shut down the comments about how good they look together. Isn't he sick of them too? But don't let other people's impressions weigh more than Mark's own opinions or actions. Comment 2. People who were raised together tend to not date. If they spend a lot of time together at a young age, they likely don't see each other as anything other than a good friend. People have evolved to not have adult time with their siblings. This ick goes for anyone who spent a lot of time with them as a young child. It is wired in. Comment 3. With all this external support and encouragement, don't you think something would have happened by now if they were interested in making it happen? Just because they are both hot doesn't mean they're a romantic match. Some people just do not see each other that way. I have a close male friend who is catnip for women. Like literally beautiful women just throw themselves at him everywhere we go. I have never had any physical or romantic interest in him whatsoever. I can recognize he's good looking and a great catch, but he is not for me. Pay attention to your boyfriend's actions, not people on social media. His actions say he's committed to you and that Claire is not a threat. Comment 4. Sounds like the only thing that's been bugging you are other people thinking they'd be a great couple. People will think what they want. It doesn't mean anything. A lot of people don't understand close male-female friendships and make assumptions based on their own belief that male-female friendship is a lead-up to dating. My husband has a female best friend and we met around the same age as you guys and going strong 10+ years now. I figured when we met, they've been friends long enough that if they wanted to be dating, they would be. They've been single at the same time, so nothing would have stopped them. If you aren't getting bad vibes from your boyfriend or his friend, don't let other people make you insecure. Comment 5. Are these comments still happening, or did they stop when Mark started dating you? Because if they've stopped, then yeah, you need to get over yourself or you're going to end up sabotaging your relationship with your neurotic insecurities. If they haven't, you need to have a talk with Mark about how those comments make you feel like your relationship isn't being respected by the people making them. Story 2. Am I the donkey for booking my own Airbnb so I don't have to sleep on a couch for 6 nights? My immediate and extended family have booked a vacation for later in the summer. My aunt, who found this place, knew the owner and they got a great deal. My aunt initially said there are 6 bedrooms. 1 room for her and her husband, my uncle, 1 room for my parents, 1 room for my cousin and her husband, 1 room for my other cousin and his wife, and 1 room for their kids, who are both under 10. The last bedroom, you may wonder, is where my aunt made an innocent mistake in miscounting. There are only 5 bedrooms. They told me that my boyfriend and I will have to sleep on a pull-out couch. I told my parents I would rather not sleep on a couch, even if it does pull out. I also don't want to make my boyfriend sleep on the couch with me either for his own privacy. It's in the living room, which is in the middle of everything. I would rather not be woken to people starting their day, and I would rather not have to change in the bathroom each and every time, or even leave all my stuff in the living room as well. I don't want to change in my parents' room either because I know I would probably rush so that they can have their own privacy. I don't want to put my luggage in anyone else's room and fill their room with my clutter. Same goes for my boyfriend. I don't want to make him do all that either. My family has never had this big of a vacation all together in such a long time. I would love to be involved and whatnot, but I said I would rather not go if I can't have a room to myself, or I will book my own place nearby and I will pay for my part for the main house everyone is in regardless. My mom refused both options, as I will ruin the trip if I don't stay under the same roof. If I get my own place to stay, it would solely be to sleep. I plan to be with the family at all other times and events. I don't care about the price of only getting an Airbnb just to sleep. I want my privacy. Haven't mentioned it to my cousins or anyone else yet that I'm considering getting my own place as close as possible though. Am I the donkey? Comment 1. Not the donkey. I would get your own Airbnb. Why can't the kids get the pull-out couch? Are you expected to pay your fair share? What would that be? Is it per family? Person? Like, are you expected to pay the same as all adults but the kids get a room? As for mom, how will it ruin the trip? And if she feels that way, is she willing to take the living room? I think not. It seems your aunt's whole family gets the main rooms. Maybe suggest to mom that she might like to Airbnb with you and boyfriend, where if they need quiet time, they have a place to do so. Mom is probably saying the trip would be ruined because she would be the only one from her part of the family if you do not stay there. Comment 2. Not the donkey. I notice they are very quick to try to guilt trip you with, "You are ruining the vacation." But no one else has offered to fix this by taking the couch themselves. Go get your own nice Airbnb. Comment 3. Why aren't the kids on the couch or in their parents' room? You and boyfriend sleeping on a pull-out couch? No way. Get your own place and enjoy sleeping in a real comfy bed in a quiet at night house. Not the donkey. Comment 4. Please do not pay for this house that has no room for you if you don't stay there. And don't promise to that if you get your own place, you'll only sleep there and spend all your time with your family. It's your vacation too, and you deserve to be comfortable and have fun. You're being way too accommodating. Comment 5. Not the donkey. You don't need your mom's permission. There is always a member of the family that gets treated like this and is expected to just suck it up. Say no. Comment 6. Not the donkey. Isn't it some universal law that kids are the first to be kicked out of beds and onto couches/floors? They should pack sleeping bags and tell the kids it'll be a grand fun sleepover party. Get your own Airbnb and ignore the family. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye!